All right, Jen, let's see what you got here. So, yeah, we're gonna see, what's causing, if anything, low bookings, people coming in, price hunters, non-quality leads, not as many bookings as you want, not as many sales or revenue as you want, um, to be coming from this ad. And the way I'll be looking at it is, got through like 10 mistakes that I'm used to seeing in boudoir photographers ads, where I've actually scored other ads, took them, ran them to get kind of my own original data, and then fixed them according to these 10 mistakes I'm going to be talking about today. And every time, I average basically 2 to 4x the number of women coming through actually consuming the ad, reading our full offer, getting exposed to our offer, and these women are actually more specific, um, which generally means higher converting. So we're getting 2 to 4x more specific women exposed to our offer, with a few tweaks to these ads, which, you know, generally means more sales for the same ad spend. And better sustaining ads, don't have to keep refreshing them because the ads um, do not die out as fast. All right, so that's the little framework. So yeah, we're going over 10 mistakes that I usually see, and we'll see if you're doing them or what's going on if you're not getting the ad results you want. All right, so first mistake is, does it look like an ad? And I just look at the creative, the picture here. No, doesn't look like an ad, so that's good. We want it to look like an organic post, just something someone would post, normally on Facebook or IG. So it does not look like an ad because people do not like to be sold to. And if it's an ad, higher chance they'll just scroll through and won't even, you know, be able to read our ad copy or ad text to see what we're offering. So, all right, not a mistake there. That's good. So that will help us get more clients, same ad spend, better booking rates, better show rates, better conversations, more qualified leads. The next 4 mistakes can happen up here in the see more headline. So it's the first 2 3/4 lines right there before it turns into a ... see more, here. Actually, it probably cuts off there. To then click on that to then open the rest of the ad copy like I did right now. So yeah, we'll look at the see more headline. Start looking at this, and all right, so first out of the 4 things we want to have in the see more headline is a who label. Who are we speaking to? It's a self label that when someone reads it, they say, oh my God, that's me. The Leonardo DiCaprio meme. So Cochise County moms. All right. Yeah, that qualifies. Um, yeah, that's a good who. Cochise County moms. Um, so that's good. So we're basically, as women are scrolling by, they really don't register this highlighted part up here of the ad until they get like here, and then they say their subconscious registers Cochise County's moms, and then they scroll back up to actually read our sentence. So it's good. So get more specific, more qualified. If the prospects feel like we're more for their specific situation, and man, that's perfect. So, better leads, better quality conversations, more revenue, stuff like that. All right, the second thing we want to have in the see more headline is a negative. What negative experience do Cochise County moms want to move away from? And, that they're experiencing right now, that let's see, basically our boudoir photo shoot is the solution or the bridge to allow them to get away from the negative situation. And we always, always, always lead with the negative because humans move away from negatives at 100x the rate, to get back to normal. At 100x the rate, then they move from taking action to move from normal to, some positive, some gain, some pleasure. And, we know this to be true. Just, think of going to the dentist. So we just got done with the dentist, 6-month cleaning, 6-month checkup, talking to the front desk ladies. We paid, and secretaries are trying to book us for whatever, 30 Mondays from now. Are we free 30 Mondays from now, 8:15 a.m.? I would tell him like, dude, I don't know, I got no clue. Hit me back, text me later, closer to that date when I actually know my schedule. So, month 4, month 5 rolls around, they're texting us, hitting us up, trying to get us booked, and we're ignoring their messages. Ignore, ignore, ignore. And so, um, month 6 passes, we didn't go. Month 8, they text us. Month 10, they text us, try and get us in, get us to book, and we ignore them as well. Just because the gain, the positive, the pleasure of having slightly cleaner teeth and maybe a little bit of peace of mind, no cavities, is just not enough for us to disrupt our schedule. We're busy. We're running a business. We got stuff going on, and we like to keep to our normal schedule. Well then month 15 rolls around, and one day, one of our tooth is killing us. Breakfast, every time we chew, killing us. Lunch, killing us. Dinner, killing us. We don't know why. And then when we go to sleep, we can't even sleep like 2 hours, waking up because our tooth's killing us. So the next morning, we're calling up our dentist, being like, "Hey, can you get me in? Like, can you get me in tomorrow?" Like, and they say, "No, we're full booked." And so we're like, "What do you mean you can't get me in tomorrow at 7:10 a.m.? My tooth's killing me. I, dude, I gotta get rid of this pain. Somehow this is really killing me." And they're like, "Sorry, we're booked out 4 weeks right now. We got no space. We'll put you on the cancellation list. So if someone cancels, we'll you know, fold you in. We'll merge you in." So we're like, "No, dude, I can't wait." So we're calling other dentists. We finally find one to get us in tomorrow, the next day. So we get in, solve that tooth pain, get that cavity filled, and whew, back to normal. Yes. But guess what? Dude, for like 15 months, the little, 15 months times 365 days or whatever, 30 days. So for like basically 500 days, the little bit of pleasure or gain of, having slightly cleaner teeth or knowing that we have no cavities, peace of mind was not enough to get us to take action to put something on the calendar to go to the dentist. But just our breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sleep being disrupted in only 24 hours, the negative experience, the pain that we want to move away from, is just 24 hours, one day, to get us to actually take an action to go to the dentist instead of 500 days where we took no action to get like a small positive gain. So, and in that case, it's 500x more powerful or higher probability that we took an action to get away from a negative experience back to normal compared to a default normal experience to, something, more gain, more pleasure, more positive. So that is the story of why we always, always, always put the negative first, because that is what humans are actually mostly preoccupied by and will take action for or to get away from. All right, so no negative, so we're not being as specific. This one's for you. And so you're trying to, no negative here. Actually, we're missing a whole line with the leaf on line 2. We're missing a lot of text or context we could be providing for this ad. So yeah, so we're definitely missing the negative. So even if they resonate with Cochise County moms, once they get here, a lot of them are just going to keep scrolling by, even though they are Cochise County moms, because there's not enough specific attributes to be relevant enough for them to consider clicking the see more here and consider reading our ad copy and consider buying our full offer. So second thing we want is the negative in the see more headline. Third thing we want is the positive. Now, I just explained the positive to you. It's not as strong compared to the negative, but we don't care about the magnitudes. We actually just care about having it in here because it allows us to get more specific. This one's for you. That's not a positive. You spend your, that's not a positive, but that could be a good part of something else in this ad. The future parts of the ad. So we're missing the positive, which means we're missing the negative positive tension in the brain that really captures attention, really makes them feel the ads for them. and I click see more and read the rest of the ad copy, consume it, get pre-qualified. So since we're missing that specific attribute, um, more people scrolling by, decrease our ad, metrics, front end metrics. Our ad goes to worse people over time, and these worse people convert at a lower rate, so we're getting lower conversions over time, which further pushes our ad to go to even more worse people over time, which leads to our ad burning out pretty fast. Uh, you know, low bookings, not the right fit on the booking calls. They don't feel like we're specifically for them. They don't feel we perfectly understand their situation. And so, yeah, just low booking rate, low revenue, wasted ad spend, unprofitable ads, kind of the gamut of symptoms from that. And then the fourth and final thing we want to have in the Seymour headline is a hesitation or roadblock. What is stopping what is Cochise County moms saying in their brain that is stopping them from, um, moving away from the negative or getting the positive? What are some other solutions that they don't want to go with, and why don't they want to go with them? One could be other boudoir photographers. Why are they saying they don't want to go with these other boudoir photographers, or they don't want to deal with this? What are they saying in their brain? And yeah, we can use data to actually see the most relevant for the most amount of women in your city. So we're missing that. So because we're missing that, we're missing the triangle of mental tension, which is the negative, the positive, the hesitation / roadblock. Since we're missing that, that's when people really, and with the who label, that's when people really feel that our ad is for them and they really want to click see more to read more. It's like, oh my God, nobody's ever had an ad specifically for me like this. So since we don't have that, less people clicking through, less qualified, less bookings, more ghosting, more price hunters, more unqualified calls. They don't feel like we're specifically for them, all that stuff. So, all right, so those are the first 5 mistakes. The next 3 mistakes can happen here in the body copy. So basically we got them to click see more from our see more headline, which was basically a hook 1. And then once they see, oh, they got to read a lot more, we want to put a hook 2 right after kind of our first sentence to give them a reason why they should continue to read more. And the reason why we want to use an authority hook 2 in it, a reason why they should continue to listen to us. Why should they listen to us? And you see, I did that at the beginning of this video. I've been able to average getting 2 to 4x more volume of women consuming ads, consuming boudoir photography ads on Facebook. So 2 to 4x women getting exposed to the offer, and they're more specific, higher conversion rate. So probably going to be more sales. So we're missing that here. So kind of less people consuming the ad copy, which means less qualified people clicking through, which hurts our ad metrics. Our ads go to worse people over time. And then the people clicking through, if they book, they're low quality leads. They didn't become pre-qualified, but because they kind of trailed off in the ad. So low bookings, unqualified, they ain't got any money. They don't want to move forward. They left their credit card in their car. Stuff like that. The next mistake that can happen in the body copy, or the next thing we want, is when we want a story / narrative. And this is part of our 1-2 punch, where punch 1 is the CMAR headline. Me and the women at the conversation are having in their brain. So they say, oh my God, that's me. I don't want this, I do want this, and I don't want to have to do that. And then down here, punch 2 is a story narrative, basically describing their life right now. What are they going through? Empathizing with them. It's like we have a third person camera recording them, describing that movie scene. And actually, when I was reading your ad, I did see that up here in the See More headline. So let's see your story / narrative. And you're showing up for everyone else. That's your turn. Andre. Okay, so yeah, you got You got some semblance of a story slash narrative, which I don't think of all the ads I've reviewed, I don't think anyone has had one yet. I've reviewed like I don't know, like 30 or 40. So, all right, you got something here. That's good. I'll give you this one. Okay. Hey, you got something here. Most everyone else ain't got nothing. So good. Good job. So people are seeing that you understand their situation. If this is their situation, if they have been showing up for everyone else for years, if they do the laundry, the errands, and the end this to-do list, if they do that, then they'll feel, wow, this is really for me. If they won't, they'll keep scrolling by. And that's actually fine because Meta will say, okay, let's avoid the people that scroll on by and see what data points they had on their Meta profiles, look at the future people who could show the ad to, and stay away from the people that had similar data attribute profiles to the person that this was not relevant to. So, all right, good job. So this will make us trust us more, make them feel like our solution is for them and their specific situation. You know, their specific situation is the story slash narrative. So good job here. So it'll be better quality leads because they're like, oh wow, they understand me, they understand what I'm going through. I got a book with them, and they're speaking to me and like right at the start, everything I was thinking with the Seymour headline. Yeah, I gotta go with them. Um, so good. That'll be more qualified leads, more qualified bookings, higher show up rate, better conversations. More people, somehow more people got got money. More people have their credit card right with them. More sales, more revenue, more higher ROAS, higher ROI for the ads. And then ads sustain longer and don't have to be like refreshed because they've died. All right. The third and final thing we want to have in the body copy is our full offer. And that's because our goal with ads is to expose as many people to the offer as possible. Because guess what? More people know about our offer. What's the probability? We get less sales or more sales? Yeah, obviously the probability is we make more sales. The more people that know about our offer. All right, so let's see the rest. Okay. Yeah. And hair, makeup, styling, fit your body and your style. Cool. We'll guide you the entire time. Cool. Poses, are you good? You'll see yourself there. Good. Benefit. Positive. It's a celebration. All right, so missing prices, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll give you this full offer as well. Good, you got a lot of details here. So yeah, I'll give you that. So this allows people to see if this is what they want, this is what they don't want. And again, if they scroll by, perfect. We're filtering out the people that this is not for. They didn't click, so Meta's learning to serve the ads to people who are less like them. Great, we're training the algorithm and having the offer here basically tells the women, who is exactly for. So they're going to be coming through more pre-qualified, smaller amount of leads, but more pre-qualified. So again, on less calls, but less wasted time as well, because they are more qualified. More sales with the less calls, more revenue, more sustaining ads, scale your business. All right, so that's mistakes 1 through 8. And mistakes 9 and 10 happens down here at the bottom of the ad. So mistake 9, we never want to have anything below the ad. No text, no button. Minimize the amount of stuff below the ad. So there's three reasons why. Reason 1, 5% of the reason we want nothing below the ad. That ties into mistake number 1. Makes it look more like an ad. There's no organic post that has text below it and a button. No, those are all ads. So that ties in with, mistake number 1. Reason number 2. Well, when something looks like an ad, again, people just scroll on by. Ad blindness, people don't want to be sold to. So less qualified leads, less sales, less bookings, whatever. Reason number 2 for mistake number 9, 15% is as women are scrolling fast on their feed, by the time they get here, their eyeballs here, basically looking at that text, their subconscious has processed 1/3 of the words up here, kind of the phrases or the words that stuck out. Cochise, moms, years, showing up. So they come down here woman, luxury boudoir experience. Yeah, and their subconscious is gonna say, not the same as up here, incongruent, triggering the error detection network, where it says error, incongruent, continue scrolling. And we want them, when they hit here, for there to be nothing, no text here, so that their subconscious processes this, and they saw some words or terms that were relevant to them. Cochise County moms, and then we should have a negative, a positive, and a hesitation / roadblock, but we ain't cut that yet. So then they come back up and read it, and then they click, they click up here, see more, to read the rest of our ad copy. But here, yeah, we're triggering the error detection network in the brain. So maybe Cochise County moms is relevant to them, but then this was too incongruent where it overpowered the relevance of Cochise County moms, so they just decided to keep scrolling. They didn't feel it was for them. Incongruency between the Seymour headline, aka the above creative headline, versus the BCH, the below creative headline. So that's 15% of the reason for mistake number 9. And 80% of the reason mistake number 9, having anything down here as a mistake, is it gives people an option to click over to the next page without clicking see more up here, becoming pre-qualified with the rest of our ad copy. We need people to come through this and not click directly over, because Meta is, waiting for who to send the ad to next, basically based off of who converted, looking at the data points on the meta profiles, who converted, to then find similar meta profiles. But that's a tiny, tiny dish of people. The other group of people they use is who clicked on the ad, which is a way bigger dish of people to then go figure out who to send the ad to next. So if people are just clicking, they see send multiple users showing up, all right, I'll click, doesn't cost me anything. They're like, what the heck's Boudoir? I've got no clue what the heck this is. I'm out, I'm leaving. So we just, we told Meta, go to more people that click. Well, part of Meta's ad algorithm is going to people that click. So we're weighting more towards the people that are less not qualified at all for our offer and don't even know our offer. They're getting on the call saying what's Boudoir? And what is this? I mean, well, if it's those people, they ain't even showing up. They're ghosting. But they don't even know the offer. They don't even know what the heck we're doing. Maybe they think this is, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition or something. They ain't got no clue because they didn't read and consume our ad copy. They don't know what we got. They just clicked learn more. They like the picture, learn more. All right. They didn't even read our see more headline. They just picture, okay, learn more. Maybe there's a story. Maybe it's an article of a woman who, I don't know, had cancer, but now she's a model. Overcame that. Maybe she's expected to read a story, like a news article or an interview of a Victoria's Secret model, because they did not get pre-qualified. So we're waiting the algorithm to go towards the wrong people. So it's mistake 9. Mistake 10 is using the incorrect objective. Now, let's see. Book.classyboudoiraz.com. All right, I have no idea what objective you're using, but if it's leads, lead is always the exact wrong objective, always a mistake. And that's because whatever objective we choose, Facebook literally serves our ad to just the 6% slice of the full audience. And for leads, it's going to 6% that have, the 95 percentile probability to just fill out a lead form. Kind of data is on their meta profile because they've done it before. And also some percentage, they respond to the keywords that are in this ad, or they've been saying the keywords that are in this ad, to their friends or whatever talking on the phone, because Facebook app microphone is always listening, and Instagram app microphone is always listening to us to decide which ads to serve us when. And so the lead objective going to lead people that fill out lead forms. Okay, we're on our email list with unqualified people that fill out lead forms. All right, well, higher numbers, but nobody's buying because we're not optimizing for people that take an action after filling out a lead form, people that book a call after filling out the lead form, people that show up to the call after filling out the lead form, people that buy after filling out the lead form. We're not optimized for any of those things. We're just going to the 6% of the audience that likes to fill out lead forms, and they click on the lead form and their information's already, their name, email, phone number's already auto-filled, so they just gotta click to open the lead form, click once to submit, and they just love doing it. They ain't answering no phone calls, no emails. They like the picture, they just, filled out, and we're never hearing from them again. But we're training the ad algorithm to go to these people because we're optimizing for a lead. Now, I don't know if you're optimizing for leads, so I'll give you half a mistake on this one, not a full mistake, because I actually ain't got no idea. All right, now we're going to give you your full score out of 10. See how many mistakes. So does it look like an ad? Nope, not a mistake. See more headline, a who? You got that, not a mistake. The negative, don't have that, that's a mistake. The positive, don't have that, that's a mistake, 2 mistakes. Hesitation slash roadblock, don't have that, that's a mistake. Now the ad copy, authority, don't have that, that's a mistake, so what's that? 4 mistakes, and then you got the narrative, you got the offer. Okay, so you're still at 4 mistakes. You got stuff below the ad though, 5 mistakes. And your objective, we don't know, I'll give you half a mistake for that. 5.5 out of 10 mistakes. Wow, the lady I just did before you, she was 5.5 out of 10 as well. Okay, so the ad average was, for Boudoir, was previously 8 out of 10 mistakes. So you guys, you're doing much better than that. But since I've had 2 5.5s back to back, we gotta bring that average down. It's now 7.5 out of 10, which it actually was a few days ago. So we're back down to 7.5 out of 10. Mistakes is the average. So hey, you're doing a lot better than average. Really good. But I can, so if you're not getting the results you want from these ads, you're not getting as many bookings, people aren't qualified, it doesn't feel like the conversations are good, you're not getting as many sales as you want. The reason for that is I consider all Boudoir ads that have more than 2 out of 10 mistakes to be called broken down Boudoir Facebook ads, like a broken down car. It's not working correctly. It's got too many mistakes. It's broken down. Now, where do we take down broken down cars? Where do we take broken down cars? We take them to a car mechanic. Likewise, where do we take broken down Boudoir Facebook ads? Well, we take them to a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic. So I do have a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic offer for you today. If fixing these, getting better Boudoir Facebook ads, hopefully better results, is something you're looking to achieve. So I actually condensed the 10 mistakes into 5 different root cause problems. So let's diagnose you here with the root cause problems you got. First potential one, does it look like an ad? You do not have that root cause problem. Potential root cause problem number 2, see more headline, we gotta have 4 out of 4 specific attributes up here. A who, a negative, a positive, and a hesitation slash roadblock. Tested for the women in your market. The data will tell us where we go and which ones are correct. So you're missing 3 out of 4 here. So yes, you do have this this root cause problem causing your ad to be broken down. Next potential root cause problem is the ad copy. We need 3 out of 3 specific, or 3 out of 3 sections. You got 2 out of 3, and we could add more to your story slash narrative, but you got 2 out of 3. We need 3 out of 3 though. So that's root cause problem number, the second root cause problem you got. Then the next root cause problem, gotta get rid of as much of this stuff as possible is below. It's really hurting bookings, hurting our meta ad score. A lot of people scrolling by because of it. So that's root cause problem number 3. And then the third root cause problem, causing your ad to be broken down. And then the final one is the objective. What objective are we using? We actually do not know. So I'll give you half a root cause problem here. If you want buyers, I'm going to assume it's a root cause problem. We're not using the correct objective. So half a root cause problem. So we got 3.5 out of 5 root cause problems for this ad. That's causing your ad to be broken down, not getting as many results as you want or as it could be getting. So I got 2 possible solutions for you today. Solution one is I fix each root cause problem for $50 per problem that I solve, just for this ad. And you can obviously take it once it's fixed and copy it to your future ads. And you can choose, from one, as few root cause problems solved as you want to as many as you want, from 1 to 3.5. And that'd be $50 each. That'd be $175 for this one ad. But yeah, you could take it to your other ads. Or the higher value solution two, which is the better deal, is I solve all the problems for this ad and all your other ads. We work on as many ads as you want for the month. $100 a month. That's it. We work on as many ads as you want, and we collab as much or as little as you want, and we can run as many ads as you want. Really scale different headlines up here to different groups of women in your city, so that you never kind of tap out. We get more and more specific with different specific attributes, and we can reach far deeper into the market than any of your competitors could. So we're pulling totally different women that feel our ad and our solution is for them. And again, better fixing getting everything way better. Either fixing these or starting from scratch or both. So yeah, if you want either of those two solutions, hit me up. You got my phone number, you got my email, and also, whatever social platform you're watching this on, can also DM me. And then, yeah, once you do that, I'll hit you back and, I'll say, I'll ask what you got for me and we'll go from there. So, all right, yeah, that's everything. Adios.